there! How's it going? I'm Brook Waldorf. Welcome to my channel, or if you've been here before, welcome back, Broomies. Today's video is going to be completely different from anything I've ever done. I'm on camera for my intro, I shuffled on camera, and I themed the reading to Stray Kids instead of BTS. Also, there are no Stray Kids Funko Pops. If you've been here before, I usually use my Funko Pops as my group markers. So I found these really cute little stands on Etsy, so that's what we're using for the kind of like group marker. You guys have told me for a year solid in like every live stream to listen to Stray Kids, and every single time I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'll get there, whatever. I'm just like too busy listening to BTS. Well, about 3 weeks ago, YouTube recommended the music video for Backdoor, and I decided to watch it, and I have listened to nobody else for the last 3 weeks. I actually kind of forgot BTS exists. Don't tell them. But yeah, weird. It's a weird feeling. I haven't watched an episode of Run. I haven't listened to any of their music, watched a single video. It's been all Stray Kids for the last 3 weeks. They are so freaking good. You guys were right. I'm sorry I did not listen to you sooner. I'm sorry. But anyways, I naturally decided I had to theme a tarot reading around them, create an edit, and all that fun stuff. So that's what we're doing here today. I kind of themed this around the song Blueprint, which is essentially a life path song. It's about following your blueprint, going your way, even if people don't believe in you, doing what you want to do, etc., that kind of good stuff. So today's question is going to be, what is your life path / life purpose? So in just a minute, I'm going to roll a little montage for you guys. I pre-shuffled one oracle card, and then I have the little stands, so you can use your intuition to choose your group, whichever member you're drawn to, whichever card you're drawn to, whatever it may be. And of course, I have my handwritten messages at the end of each group, which includes some Stray Kids lyrics and songs. I will link all of the songs down below in the description that are mentioned in this reading, also just ones that I really like in case you want to check them out. I get so many comments from you guys telling me that you're ARMY because of me, so if you trusted me with that, please trust me with this. Like, I promise. Stray Kids have that same, it factor that you can't really, put your finger on what it is, but they've got it, just like BTS. If you like BTS, I feel like there's a strong possibility you'll really like Stray Kids as well, so please give them a chance if you're not already a fan. I will link a bunch of my favorite songs below. But let's just go ahead and get into it. So in just a second, I'm going to show you guys that montage. Use your intuition to choose your group or groups. You can always choose more than one. They flow really beautifully together, I will say. I won't give too much away, but I loved this reading. I've already filmed it. Each group kind of flows into the next, and it's gorgeous. But anyway, timestamps will be pinned in the comments, so you can fast forward to your group whenever you are ready. And just remember, this is a general reading, so have fun with it. It's meant for entertainment. If you're interested in a private reading with me, you can, hey Flurry, you can do so through my Etsy shop, which is linked in the description below. I renew my listings Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. But anyway, let's just go ahead and dive right in and roll the montage. All right, group one, if you chose Hyunjin, group one, this is going to be your reading. So this is your life path / life purpose reading. Let's start with the first card, which is the one I've pre-pulled. I'm going to shuffle everything else on camera for once in my life. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, you got number 12, A Change in the Wind. This is the group you chose. And the first thing I just want to say with this card is the vibe I get is, it's going to be interesting to see what tarot we get, because I'm getting kind of like Seven of Cups vibes, where you may start out on a certain path and it may turn into something else. So for instance, you might think this is it 100%, this is the exact direction I have to go in, and then all of a sudden something shifts and it's like you just have to follow your intuition. There's that kind of feeling of, the Seven of Cups, I always think of it as like my hero's journey card. So it's all about viewing failure as a positive instead of a negative. Failure is just redirection. It's an opportunity to learn something, to grow, to meet somebody new that connects you to somebody else or something else, or, you know, things like that. So that's kind of the vibe I'm getting for you. So it's almost this feeling of like, you might think your life is on one trajectory and then like, bam, all of a sudden, nope, completely different direction. So let's get your tarot. Let's see what we've got there. And then we'll, of course, get oracles and we'll do my handwritten messages at the end. Okay. All right, group 1. Life path, life purpose. A change in the winds. Oh, interesting. So we've got the Page of Wands. We've got the 9 of Cups. Very nice. Oh, 2 pages. These are my 2 favorite pages. Page of Cups, Page of Wands. Which makes sense with the change of the wind. Anyway, okay, we'll get there in a second. Yeah, okay, 2 of Swords. Let's get one final tarot card. All right, group 1. The Tower. Oh my god. And Death at the bottom. Both Scorpio energies. Hey, Draco. His costume. Draco's a Scorpio, right? I assume. I'm pretty sure he's a Scorpio. Not totally important. But look, you got that Scorpio energy. Oh my goodness. Which is literally change. Scorpio energy is change, transformation. You know, the Death card in particular is one door closing so another one can open. So, wow. Okay, love this. All right. Well, first let's start with the 2 pages. So we've got the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands. So these are my personal 2 pages. Now, pages can represent news coming in, information coming in. They can also represent new journeys, new directions. So, I mean, this is definitely your vibe, 100%. I think a lot of you guys are creative people, and that's probably what's going on here. I think of both of these energies as very creative. The Page of Wands for me is kind of following your passion, and it's usually a little scary. So a lot of you guys might start out, you might have a dream, right? But then life happens. Your parents push you in a certain direction. School pushes you in a certain direction. Society, whatever. Societal pressures, you know, family pressures. And you might just go get a normal job or a reliable job or whatever it may be. But then I feel like there's going to come a day where you're like, oh my God, like, no, like I've woken up. Like I can't do this anymore. Because we've got this 2 of Swords. And I'm just drawn to, of course, the blindfold. So the 2 of Swords is a very like kind of back and forth, overthinking kind of energy. Should I do this? Should I do that? Oh, I don't know. It's like very stuck, very much like stuck in your head. Don't know what to do. Don't know what the next move should be, etc., etc. So yeah, I'm getting that feeling of like feeling like the blindfold is just all of a sudden one day lifted off. 100%. That's what it felt like right away, right from the beginning. So it's like one day that blindfold is just going to get like ripped off your face because that's the Tower. So the Tower is sudden massive change. So I know a lot of people kind of get scared by the Tower because in other decks it usually looks horrific. It's usually like people getting impaled and stuff. So not really cute. But I love this Tower because it has a much nicer artwork. It really, all it is it's about destroying something and building it back up again, stronger from the foundation. It's massive, sudden change. It's like ripping the Band-Aid off. A lot of times it happens when you least expect it. Some of you might lose your job. That might be like the catalyst for some of you. It might be that you get fired from your job and then you're like, screw it. Like if I'm fired from my job, I'm at least gonna go after my dreams, because that's what the 9 of Cups is. The 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. This is emotional happiness, contentment, and your dreams come true. So I think you guys have big dreams. And I think life has kind of made it so maybe you have or you will go down a different path, not towards your dreams, but then something's going to happen and it's going to snap you right out of it. So again, like I said, some of you, it could be losing your job, or it could be just a life-changing event. You know, it could be anything. This is a general reading, so I'm not going to go down the list of 800 things it could be. But, you know, the Tower is just something unexpected, sudden, massive change. It's like your life doing a 180. But the thing about the Tower is it's always for your greater good. So even if the act is something stressful, like getting fired from your job, for instance, it's still pushing you in the direction of your dreams. It's pushing you in the direction that you need to go in to make your dreams a reality. And that's where we've got these 2 pages. So again, like I was saying, these can be news coming in. These can be new journeys. Both of these I think of as very creative energies. This one, again, about following your passion. But there's that little trepidation a little bit of fear, because I think of the Page of Wands especially as a very exciting energy, but also like nervous excitement, if that makes sense, where you're like, oh my God, like I get the opportunity to go after my dreams, but holy crap, that's terrifying. It's like got that kind of a vibe for me. And then again, Page of Cups, this is something emotionally fulfilling, something that you feel in your heart. So again, we've got emotional fulfillment, we've got passion, we've got excitement, we've got lots of creativity here as well with these two cards. So a lot of you could very well be some sort of artist. You know, you could be a musician or a writer, painter, actor, etc. You know, whatever, anything creative, photographer, you know. So I think a lot of you guys probably have a creative path that you would like to go down. But maybe there's people in your life that are telling you that's not going to work out, or again, societal pressures or whatever it may be. But there is going to at some point be that change in the wind, that tower energy coming in, and you moving in the direction that your heart wanted to move from the beginning. So I think that's part of your path, because I think you're going to learn a lot through that. So let's get some oracles and let's see what else we need to know for group 1. Life path, life purpose. Okay, we've got new moon in Pisces. Meditate and contemplate. So you guys are getting lots of water energy. You got that Scorpio energy. Now we've got Pisces. So, you know, the water energy is emotional, intuitive, empathetic. So, which is funny because I got this weird feeling that, and maybe this will only resonate with like 1 or 2 of you, but I got this weird feeling as I was shuffling these cards of like, maybe some of you guys are going to teach people. Maybe there's something about your path and the lessons that you learn that you use to teach others. Could just be that maybe you have kids someday and you teach your kids. Could be something as simple as that. Could be that some of you end up teachers, or like some sort of like maybe motivational speaker, something along those lines. Maybe you do like a YouTube channel and you teach people about things, you know, I don't know, something about like the obstacles on your path. It's like you're going to use them to help others in the future, I feel like. Anyway. So meditate and contemplate. This just makes me think of like, really think about what it is that you want to do. Even if you're not doing what you want right now, don't lose that dream. You know, the Pisces energy is like the moon card in tarot, which of course is the card of dreams. And so that's just kind of what I'm feeling, is that kind of Neptunian, like very dreamy energy. Let me get you a few more oracles. Artemis, independence. Wow. That makes sense. Well, the independence is making me think that, again, there might be other people who don't want you to go down this route. You might feel like, man, I have to save the money. I have to figure out how to do this. I have to like completely on my own. I don't have any support. So it could definitely be like that for a lot of you guys. But also it's like that claiming your independence of like, this is my life. I 100% believe in reincarnation, but still, you only get to live this life once. Like, what is the point of doing everything that you don't want to do and never doing what you want to do? That's what I feel like. I feel like a lot of you guys do things because other people or society, you know what I mean? Like, I just get this feeling that you're going to have like a wake up moment where it's like all of a sudden you just have like a big epiphany, like something just clicks and you're like, oh my God, like, I don't want to live my life like this anymore. I want to do what I want to do. You know, it's like claiming that kind of independence. It's like, I don't know. I feel like you're going to have some sort of, and for some of you, maybe this has already happened, but I feel like you're going to have some sort of like spiritual, like really big spiritual experience where you're just like, done. Like, that's a wrap. I'm not working at the accounting firm anymore. I don't know why accounting is always the job I say. I am so sorry for always ragging on accounting firms. I don't know why. But anyway, like, I'm done with the accounting firm, or I'm done with whatever. Like, this is what I want to do. Let me start taking the steps to move me in that direction. So let's see what else we've got going on here. It's almost like judgment energy, which is another Scorpio card, which is like the phoenix rising from the ashes. It's that reawakening energy. Like, that's what I feel like. It's almost like a spiritual awakening, essentially, is what I feel like you guys are going to go through, where it's like you're kind of living in the everyday mundane life, just kind of like not really living, just like surviving. And then all of a sudden, like, something clicks one day and you're like, oh my God, like, there's so much more. You know what I mean? That's the vibe I'm getting. So anyway, we've got gentleness. Strength is gentle. True kindness has wings. Love in action endures. Well, this is going back to that feeling I was getting of you kind of like maybe teaching or giving back or helping people. you might even do something like this where maybe you become a tarot reader and you help people, and you or again, maybe you make YouTube videos or films or something, or artwork that just inspires people. And there's just something about you guys in teaching and the creative arts, something with those things connecting. There's something going on there. Yeah. Okay, anyway, let's do a Sailor Moon Major Arcana. Well, look at that. You got the sun, Sailor Chibi Moon, which the sun oftentimes, if you're looking at it from like a career reading or a career kind of perspective, the sun can definitely talk about being like in the spotlight as your chosen career. So I do think that a lot of you guys have a creative path that you want to go down, and that's where you will ultimately go down. I think you're going to be somewhat in the spotlight. Like I said, this could be different for anybody. It could be acting, it could be YouTube, it could be writing, public speaking, music, etc. Some sort of like art, creative arts. And you're going to be in the spotlight. Now, does that mean everyone's going to be like wildly famous? Like, no, of course not. But still, you could be in the spotlight with 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, or, a lot of followers on Instagram or whatever. So there's definitely this there's also the sun, it's like the happiest card in the deck. Most readers say the sun is their favorite card. It's such a happy energy. Most of them have like a baby, like a happy baby, like riding a horse on it. So it has like a youthful energy. And that's the exact feeling I'm getting for you guys. Again, the feeling I get is like you're going to be like living life. It's like that episode of SpongeBob, like if I can remember to put the clip in, I will. But if not, it's like that episode of SpongeBob where it's like the daily grind, where like that one fish is like at work, like he's in traffic going to work, then he's in his cubicle, and he's like standing in the window just staring out into the abyss, and his wife's like, "Are you coming to bed, honey?" Like that's like the vibe I get, is that you're just kind of living like that kind of life, and then all of a sudden something happens, whatever that tower moment is for you, something happens, and it's like all of a sudden like you've turned back time, like you feel like mentally like so youthful and bright and light, and just again, it feels like judgment energy to me. It feels like that rebirth, that phoenix rising from the ashes. And then you're just you're gonna be so happy that you're going down your, well, the whole thing is your path, but you know what I mean? You're going down the path you really want to go down, that you've always wanted to go down. I think you've had this dream likely your entire life, and now you finally get the chance to go down it. Go down that path. And again, I think you're going to make people happy. And there's also this element of you like teaching others as well as part of your path. So let's get your handwritten messages and see what we've got going on for you. So we're first going to do these two. So we're going to do important lesson you'll learn, and then we'll do what obstacle do you need to overcome. So for group 1, what important lesson are they going to learn? So you've got learning to, learning to pace yourself. Life is about the journey, not just the destination, which makes sense for you guys because, again, the part of your path where you feel unhappy is still part of your path. Like it's still meant to happen that way. Because again, I get the feeling you're going to go through tough times. You're going to hate your job, hate the direction your life is going, etc., because you're going to make that turn for the positive. And like I said, you're gonna teach people somehow. You're gonna help other people. I just have this feeling of you really helping other people. So even if you're on that part where you feel stuck and lost and you hate your job and you don't know how to get on, the road to the job you want or the life you want, just know that that's still part of your life. I, for one, had a lot of hard years. I'm an actor. I'm a creative person. And I had a lot of tough years where I was miserable and stuck and I didn't know what to do next. And sometimes I regret, I didn't really live during those years. I just was getting by. And that's why I feel like your vibe is very similar. Like there's years where you're just getting by, like try not to wish your life away. I know it's hard when you're in those tough years and you're not where you want to be, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So just try to enjoy yourself as best as you can and pace yourself. Life is about the journey, not just the destination. So let's see what obstacle you guys need to overcome. Okay. Control and or perfectionism. Okay. Very good. Well, especially if you're artists, you know, being a perfectionist is like the total enemy of the artist. You know, you can't be authentic. You can't express yourself. You can't be your true self if you're trying to come across as perfect and like, I never do anything wrong. I never say anything wrong. I never, you know, put out subpar work. You know, there's a difference between wanting to make sure you're putting out like your best foot at all times and having to be a perfection, you know, a piece of perfection. So there's got to let go of control and perfectionism and learn to enjoy the journey of life. So, okay, now let's get to the Stray Kids part. So we're going to do the lyrics and the song. So what lyrics are meant for you and what songs should you listen to? Oops. So let's do your lyrics first. All right, group 1. No? Okay. There we go. Okay, so what do we have? Okay. Oh, okay. Don't walk around with doubts. Wherever you go, it doesn't matter. Me, who used to run like a racing horse, which is funny, you have a zebra on there. Run like a racing horse who can only see one track, has gone off track. Wow, okay. Wherever you go, just do it. Walking around with doubts is hindrance. Just run like a bolt. Ta. Okay. It's just a really fun, upbeat song, so I totally recommend listening to it. But wow, those lyrics make so much sense for you. Okay. Wow. Don't walk around with doubts. Wherever you go, it doesn't matter. And that's definitely what this feels like, is you've got that like, I'm stuck here. I'm miserable. This is my life. I hate everything. Like, I'm never going to get to my dream come true. You got the 9 of Cups. You're going to get to your dream come true. Yeah. Gone off track. Yeah, go off track. You're gonna go off track because you have that tower moment. And that's what it feels like. You're gonna be walking around with doubts and nothing's gonna happen and I hate my life. And then it's like all of a sudden the bolt, it's like just run like a bolt. That bolt moment is that tower moment. Everything's gonna change. You're gonna have everything change in a freaking instant. That's what's gonna happen. Oh my God. Okay, love this. All right, well, let's get your song then. So what song? Okay, what song should you listen to? Well, you should listen to Ta, but then let's get another one. So let's see, group 1. What song should you listen to? Okay. You guys got Easy. Okay, love the song. It's great. You should listen to it. There's a music video. You can check it out. But it's also making me think like, again, it's like your life, it feels like there's just resistance and everything seems difficult and everything's hard and you have all these doubts and I'm never going to make my dreams come true and all this stuff. Then there's just going to be like an instant where everything shifts, everything changes, you have an awakening, and then everything just starts coming to you like real easy. Like that's the feeling I'm getting for you guys. So anyway, that's going to do it for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Check out those songs if you would like. If you're new, consider subscribing, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. All right, bye! Hey, group 2. If you picked Changbin, this is your group, and we've got for your oracle card that you chose, number 3, Between Worlds. Okay, so with this card, the book talks about like transitions, being in between things. That's not the vibe I get for you guys though, honestly. That was honestly group 1's vibe. So if you're drawn to that message, maybe you should watch group 1 instead or watch both. But anyways, whenever I see this card, it's always that feeling of like the veil is thin. I feel like you guys are highly intuitive people. If not, you know, really like psychic, you know, I think you may have dreams that give you kind of tidbits of information. You may have dreams that, then come true, things like that. You might dream of somebody and then you meet them, like weird things like that. I get that feeling more so of that kind of vibe from this card. Now, it could be talking about transitions as well. We'll see what tarot you guys get and all that other good stuff. So that could be part of your message as well. But I get that feeling of like, almost like an otherworldly kind of vibe, like highly intuitive, like I feel like there's just going to be I think you're somebody who just experiences, and probably your whole life has experienced, a lot of like synchronicities and serendipities and like all these crazy like coincidences like happening around you. And I feel like you're very skilled, and again, like just naturally, it's not like you tried to learn this or did this. I think you're just very skilled manifestors. I feel like things come fairly easy to you. Now, that doesn't mean everything does. Everybody has their difficulties in life, of course. But I think for the most part, like you just have always kind of had this gift of being able to manifest very easily. So anyway, that's just kind of my initial feeling. Let's get your tarot. So for group two, what is your life path and your life purpose? Life path, life purpose for group 2. This could also possibly be like between the worlds of like pessimism and optimism. That could be it too, because you got that 4 of Cups. So let's see. The Lovers. Okay. 6 of Swords. I love the 6 of Swords. Okay. Knight of Wands. Wow. Okay, Knight of Wands. Get one. Wow, the Fool. Okay. Okay. Very interesting. Look, you got Strength at the bottom. And strength is inner strength, perseverance, patience. It's also the, ability to be vulnerable. It requires strength to be vulnerable. So, wow. Okay, let's get into this. Let's see what we've got going on. Well, you've got 3 cards here. 6 of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Fool that I think of as all of these are very adventurous energies. The Fool is taking leaps of faith. Fool is one of my favorite energies, honestly. This is trusting your intuition, which again, I feel like you guys are very, very, very highly intuitive. Like more intuitive than the average bear. Like that's the feeling that I get. Listen to that. Don't by any means ignore your intuition. You are very gifted, I feel like, with the intuition. So this is all about trusting your heart, trusting your intuition, taking a leap of faith, even if it doesn't necessarily 100% make logical sense. If you feel it in your heart, take the leap of faith. It represents new beginnings, new chapters. It's just such an exuberant energy. It's got like a childlike quality to it, that quality of like childlike sense of wonder. Always makes me think of like kind of like, for an example, like Walt Disney. Sorry, I just said like about 700 times. I watched Clueless a lot growing up, okay? But yeah, I feel like Walt Disney would be like a good example. So somebody who carries that childlike sense of wonder throughout life, he created Disneyland. Like, look at that. And so that's kind of the best example. So I think you guys might have that kind of like magical quality to you. A lot of you might want to be even like writers or something like that, because that's the feeling I'm getting with like the between worlds. It's like you're very creative. Maybe you create worlds in your head. Maybe you're a very gifted like storyteller. It could manifest as lots of different things. Like architecture just popped into my head. Like think of like Frank Gehry and like people who do like crazy cool architecture, things like that. So, it could be lots of different things for lots of different people, but there is this element of thinking outside the box, being different. Are a lot of you guys Aquarians? I feel like this has got like Aquarius energy like running all through it. But anyway, it's also a card of getting out of the comfort zone, as is the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is an energy of leaving the comfort zone, following your passion, taking action. It's a risk-taking energy, and it's an adventurous energy. So again, it's kind of like the thing that keeps popping in my head is like Walt Disney, that was a total risk. I think he had to like mortgage his house and like he had to do so much to build Disneyland, and look how it turned out. A lot of you guys I feel like are visionaries. And again, that's usually, an Aquarius kind of quality. A lot of Aquarians are, the visionaries, the people that think differently, think outside the box. They can, you know, they just have that way of thinking where it's like, man, how did you come up with that? Like, I could have never. So I think a lot of you guys, you might have some heavy Aquarius placements in your chart. And I think you guys are, you guys are the guys. You guys are the ones that I feel like are going to change the world. Maybe activists. Some of you might want to be activists, get into activism, protesting, you know, maybe like human rights, things like that. But you definitely have that very like, you guys got a positive vibe, you know, like, I don't know how else to put it. I just feel like you guys are, you might deal with some pessimism from time to time. Because again, that might be for some of you, that message of the between worlds might be like pessimism and optimism kind of like fighting within your head. Like you're constantly going back and forth of today I'm going to be a pessimist. Today I'm going to be a nihilist. Today I'm going to be optimist. Anyway, but so that could be for some of you. But you guys have this very like, I don't know why I'm getting all these random people in my head. Well, this is a character, not a real person, but like almost like I'm getting like Luke Skywalker, like, because then we've got the Six of Swords. So all of these cards for me kind of in one way or another represent like journeys, you know, like the hero's journey. I love the Six of Swords. It's weirdly one of my favorite cards. I know it's a completely random card to love, but I love it, and I'll tell you why. So it's sword energy, which sword energy is like mental, logical, communication. However, I think of this card as highly intuitive energy, which is why I love that they put the full moon on here, because it always makes me think of the moon card in the tarot, which is Pisces energy, water energy. So it's all about intuition and dreams. So the Six of Swords, for me, the vibe I get, I always think of it as like a card of like wanderlust. I just think you guys are very independent. I think you guys, a lot of you might be either only children or the oldest child in your family. I get like that kind of a vibe, just very independent, old soul. You guys got like old soul vibes. That's the feeling. And I just feel like you do things your own way. You go your own way. You trust your intuition. Because again, we've got that intuition of taking the leap of faith. This card to me is very intuitive in the sense that they know they need to go in this direction, but they still don't know exactly how they're getting to the destination. Group 1 got the important lesson you'll need to learn was that life is about the journey and not the destination. I hope you don't get that, because I don't think you need to learn that. I think you are the epitome of that. Your group to me feels like the group that understands that understands that life is about the journey. I feel like you guys are very good at living in the present day, in the present moment, and like truly living your life. Yeah, old soul vibes. So 4 of Cups though. Maybe you weren't born that. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Okay. I'm getting weirder by the group. Group 1 was pretty normal. Now I'm getting like punch drunk. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, 4 of Cups is a card of contemplation. It can be a card of like boredom, emotional flatness, feeling stuck, uninspired. So some of you, maybe you did go through a transition, which again is the large message of Group 1. So you might want to watch Group 1 as well. Maybe you did go through a transition. Maybe you were, because this is actually their vibe. Their vibe was that they're in the dark, living life, like just getting by, and then boom, one day the light turns on and they're like, all right, I'm going to go for my dreams. So that may have happened to you as well. You know, you may have been kind of just doing what you were supposed to do and just miserable, and you couldn't figure out what needed to change. And then all of a sudden, maybe you had an awakening and you were like, okay, boom, like this is the direction I need to go in. So that could have very well happened to you. So that's interesting that, you know, you and Group 1 have some similar kind of themes going on. That happens a lot though, I find, in these pick of cards where certain themes will kind of run through the groups. But unlike Group 1, I think you kind of came to this realization on your own. Group 1 had like the tower, so it was like the Band-Aid being ripped off and like forcing them out of their comfort zone. For you, I think you welcomed it. I think you just didn't know what to do for the longest time. You wanted to know what to do. You wanted to know what step you needed to take, but you just, you couldn't get there because it wasn't the right time, because you're highly intuitive. So when you knew and you went for it. You guys are fearless. Honestly, that's the vibe I get. I feel like a lot of you are Leos and Aquarians. Yeah, anyway, the Lovers, your final card. So we've got the Lovers. The Lovers represents, you know, decision making. So again, I get that feeling that you're very decisive. Like you make those decisions. You're like, done, going for it. Here we go. Ready to jump out of my comfort zone, you know? Also, it can represent togetherness, contracts, like soul family. It could also be, of course, romantic love as well. Because of that, let's just pull a love compass. I didn't pull any for Group 1 because I didn't feel the need to, but let's pull one for you guys. Now, this could be that maybe you come together with somebody on your journey. Maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a romantic partner, but there's some point where you might, because again, I feel like you guys are highly independent, and I feel like somebody's going to come in, this is almost what I'm feeling. For most of you, what I think this is going to be is you're like very independent. I don't need a man. I don't need a woman. Like, I'm going to do my thing. And then all of a sudden, that right person comes in and just throws you right off your groove. Like, and you're like, whoa, oh my God, I'm so in love. I never thought I'd feel this way. Holy crap. And then you're just like partners in crime for life. So you might work together, for sure. But let's see what we've got. Let's pull a love compass, and then we'll do some other oracles. And we'll do the handwritten messages at the end. All right, group 1. Nope, group 2. Maybe we don't need one of these because none of them are falling out. Aha, patience. Yeah, I don't feel like you guys are patient. That's your thing. Maybe that's it. You need to learn some more patience with that 4 of Cups energy, because I think you guys might be like a smidge impulsive. Again, I don't necessarily see it as a bad thing though, but it could be from time to time. So we've got patience. There are things that have yet to unfold in this situation. Trust the wait and have patience. Are you kidding me? Literally this. Wow. Everything is unfolding exactly as it's meant to. There's a reason a connection or opportunity may not be happening yet. Trust in divine timing. Oh yeah. Okay. 100%. You guys need patience on your journey. Maybe that's something that you struggle with that, again, that 4 of Cups. You know, yeah. Cause again, this is like a, gosh darn it, like, I just want to move forward. I just want to know the answer. I want to go. Like, I feel like you guys are very energetic and you're just like chomping at the bit and you want to go after your dreams and go do your thing and get out there. But there's like a puzzle piece that's missing, and you need to have that patience and trust in the divine timing that things aren't happening yet for a reason, but they will. And then when they do happen, you guys are unstoppable. So let's get you some other oracle cards. See what else we've got going on. So group 2. All right. Beautiful. Full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. I mean, for the most part, I feel like you guys know that. But again, that could be, maybe that's that thing. Well, maybe the between both worlds is also kind of talking about, maybe it's like, because I can identify with this, like maybe there's times where you're just like the most confident person and people are like, wow, like they're unstoppable. Like they're going to make their dreams come true. They're a force to be reckoned with. But then there's times where you just get real insecure and you feel like, oh, that 4 of Cups energy. Oh, it's never going to happen. I'm stuck here forever. My life is meaningless. So know that you're good enough. You know, take time, breathe. Things will happen. Things will happen when they're meant to happen. So let's see. So yeah, I feel like patience is something that you guys are going to be learning on your life's journey. So group 2. Yeah, I feel like you guys are going to inspire others. You got that like inspirational, visionary like kind of vibe to you guys. We've got joy and maybe bringing a little joy to people's lives. So Hathor, joy. So let me look. I want to see what she's the goddess of actually really quickly. If I can find the book. Oh, there it is. Watch, she's just the goddess of joy. Goddess of love and joy. Okay, love and joy. Well, we had the Lovers. So I do think love is important. You might not necessarily... Let's try that again. You might not necessarily think that right now, but it is. I feel like you're going to be partnering with someone. I feel like you have this love connection. Where's the Lovers? I feel like you have this love connection coming in. Now, the Lovers for me typically represents a strong bond. So someone that you will likely... Oh, you've got that like psychic ability. Someone that you will likely connect with like in dreams. You'll feel their energy coming before you actually meet them. You'll get intuitive flashes about what this person might be like. And then you meet them and you're like, holy crap, I already knew all these things. Like, that's so weird. Like, this is fate. This is a fated, meeting. For me, this always represents like dreams, magic, serendipity, like just like things happening in the most beautiful, magical way possible that you can't even fathom. So I think you guys have a really magical love story. And I think the two of you are going to work together as well. I feel like one of you might be more kind of a behind the scenes person and one might be more of a out there kind of person. And I think the two of you balance each other out really well, because that's what the Lovers talks about as well, is balance, you know, different personality types. A lot of times it can represent people to be, I'm losing it today, okay, or just in group 2, not in group 1. I feel like, you know, it's that energy of two people from vastly different backgrounds, different cultures, different countries, different religions, age gaps, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Just, you know, one grew up with money, one didn't, like things like that. Just people who are just vastly, vastly different from one another. And on paper, you would see these people and go, well, how the hell does that work? And it just does. And it works more beautifully than like any other relationship you've ever seen. I'm getting like power couple vibes off of you guys, like honestly. And the Patience card too with your love compass makes me think that you're going to find them later in life. Now, don't panic. Like that doesn't mean you're going to all have to be like 50 years old when you meet. It doesn't have to be the case. But like later in life could mean 25 or 30. You know what I mean? So don't panic. Yeah, I feel like you might meet them a little bit later in life, because again, I get a very independent vibe from you guys, and I feel like you're going to be very independent for a while. You're going to find your own joy for a while, but then this person's going to come in and oh my God, they're going to bring your joy to a whole nother level. And again, I think you're going to bring joy into other people's lives together. So you guys could be creative, you could be artists, again, like visionaries, activists, you know, things like that. That kind of vibe for you guys. Love it. Okay. What other cards are we doing? We're doing this one, and then we'll get you a Sailor Moon. All right, confidence. Be bold, rise up and stand tall, feel the fire in your soul. Okay, so again, I think you guys might sometimes have some confidence issues, but I also feel you as very confident. And that's where I feel like this kind of between worlds, this kind of like contradictory energy almost is coming from, where I feel like sometimes, like I said, sometimes you feel like you're not good enough. You're too hard on yourself sometimes. That's what it is. That's what it boils down to. But you have that fire in your soul. You have that confidence. And again, this card makes me think of, again, like activism. And activism can look very different. Activism can totally be through art. You know, it doesn't have to be going to protests or giving speeches. It could be through music. It could be through writing. It could be through acting. It could be through art, photography, etc. You guys are definitely have some very similar vibes to group 1. So just have to keep saying that. But anyway, but yeah, you have that fire. You have that confidence. You're fired up. You're ready to go. Believe in yourself. Okay. Let's get you a Sailor Moon Major Arcana, and then we'll do your handwritten messages. All right, group 2. Sailor Moon. Oh my God, I knew it. I knew it. Okay. Well, group 1 got the same card. So you got the Sun, Sailor Chibi Moon, and this card does talk about being in the spotlight. It's also Leo energy, and I told you, I thought a bunch of you guys are probably Leo, or Aquarius was the other one. Leos. So we've got that strong like Leo energy running through your reading. And again, the Sun is, it's bliss, it's happiness, it's having it all. It's also the ability to stay in the present moment, which is something I said that I felt you guys are really good at living in the moment and living day by day. So I think you have that quality about you. And again, like I said, it can talk about being in the spot. Hey, maybe some of you guys are gonna end up with some people who picked group 1. Maybe that's what's happening here. But anyways, because they feel like the more type A version, and you guys are the more whatever the opposite of type A is. Flexible, I guess. But yeah, let's get into your handwritten messages. That's wild. Okay. So we're first gonna do important lesson you'll learn, and then we'll do what obstacle you need to overcome. All right. So what a lesson are you going to learn? All right. Learning that you can't please everyone and not everyone will like you. Well, that's very important if you are going to be in the spotlight, and especially if you're going to do something that has to do with, again, activism, being a visionary, changing the way people think, like things like that, changing things for the better, which is definitely the vibe I've been getting this whole time from you guys. So learning that not everyone is going to like you no matter what. There's always, pardon my French, there's always going to be assholes out there. There's always going to be idiots out there. That's just how it is. You have to accept that you can't make everybody happy and not everybody's going to like you. Because I think most people do like you. Like you do have that kind of like enchanting, friendly, like kind of vibe. Like there's something about you guys, but not everybody's going to like you, especially if you're on a public platform. So you need to learn that. And you will learn that. So anyways, now let's find out what obstacle you're going to need to overcome. All right, group 2, what obstacle do you need to overcome? Impatience! Well, look at that. Are you freaking kidding me? Give me that 4 of cups. Give me a second. Okay, of course, it's on the bottom. Ah, yup. Okay, you guys are definitely impatient. All right. Like I said, there's a bit of an impulsive vibe to you guys. Nothing wrong with a little bit of that, but gotta learn patience. Okay, so now we'll get to the Stray Kids part. What lyrics are meant for you, followed by what song should you listen to. So what lyrics are meant for group 2? Changbin. What lyrics? Okay. Okay, I'm loving this because so far you've gotten all different ones from group 1, so that makes me happy. All right, I do what are you kidding me? This is literally you. I do what I want. Whatever I do or don't, I just take a rest. We're gonna do whatever we want, do it my way. I win easily and move on to the next round. I'll beat them all, everyone, and get to the top. So the song is Easy, which is funny because actually group 1, for their song they should listen to, got Easy. Because I was telling them they should embody that song more so, whereas I feel like you already do. I'm telling you, man, group 1 is like your opposite. These are like the 2 people that are coming together, I feel like, with that lover's energy. So yeah, again, this to me is like, I do what I want, I believe in myself, I'm independent, I'm confident, I got that fire, I'm going for it, boom. Yeah, that's totally your vibe. Now let's get your song. Well, you should listen to Easy, but then let's get you another song and see what you guys should listen to. Group 2, what song should you listen to? Backdoor. Yay, you got all different messages. I love when that happens because I put time and effort into this stuff. And sometimes like they'll all get all the same ones. So you guys have Backdoor. This is the song that the first Stray Kids song I listened to, first music video I watched. It immediately hooked me. So if you're not already a fan of theirs, do yourself a favor and watch that video because I guarantee you're gonna love it. So go check it out, have fun with it, but that's gonna do it for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this reading. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you're new, please consider subscribing and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. All right, bye guys. All right, last but not least, group 3. If you picked Han, this is your group. So this is your life path / life purpose reading. So the card that I shuffled for you guys is number 47, Go the Distance, which I think is really funny. And now I almost wish that I had shuffled this on camera to prove I didn't just choose this card because I like just saw some interview where he said something about watching a video on YouTube that talked about cheetahs are fast. So I just think that's really funny that that's the card that this group got. But anyways, you got the card Go the Distance, which that immediately makes me think of the Hercules song, because come on, it's like such an underrated Disney movie. I know I've talked about this in previous videos. Hercules is like the most underrated Disney movie. Go the Distance is such a gorgeous song. I sob literally every time I hear it. So, love this. So we've got the message of going the distance. So what I feel like for you guys, and we'll see with your tarot and your oracle if we get some, more clarity on this, but I feel like there's this need to keep pushing. I feel like there's going to be many obstacles in your way. I feel like there's going to be lots of different things that you're going to have to learn, difficulties that you're going to have to go through, hoops you're going to have to jump through, obstacles you're going to have to get across in order to get to the finish line. But I feel like you guys are very resilient. Ooh, sorry, I hit the stand. I'm talking with my hands because I'm getting so excited. But I feel like I'm kind of feeling like Aries energy. You guys might, be Aries, or you might have just some important placements that have Aries. But yeah, I'm feeling very Scorpio as well. Scorpios are very driven, very hard-headed. So are Taurus, Capricorn. So, okay, we got Taurus, we got Capricorn, we got Scorpio, we got, what was the other one I said? Aries. We got lots of signs. But anyway, so let's get into your tarot and see what else we've got going on for your life path, your life's journey. So what have we got going on for group 3? What do we need to know about their life's path? Group 3. Sorry about that cut. My dog was barking. Okay, anyway. All right, group 3. Life path. Go the distance. What do we need to know? Okay, wow. All right, 3 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups. Okay, you guys got a little soul family going on here. A little friendship, maybe a love connection. All 3 groups had creativity, which does not shock me. every freaking reading I do, I used to get people that would be like, I'm not creative, like blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, then I'm not the reader for you, because I get creative energy like every freaking time in every group. 6 of Cups, wow. But also creativity doesn't have to be art, you know? It could just be thinking outside the box, being creative, putting your own spin on things. So it doesn't necessarily have to mean art, you know, that type of creativity. But anyway, sorry. Let's keep going. All right, 6 of Cups. We've got, wow. I mean, the Knight of Swords is this energy right here. So that makes total sense. Let's get one more, and then we'll talk about it. All right, group 3. Final card for group 3, final tarot card. We'll pull some oracles, of course, after. And my handwritten messages. Okay. Group 3, group 3. Okay. So your final card is Page of Cups. Very nice. Group 1 also got the Page of Cups. Okay, which, again, some creativity there. Okay, well, wow. I mean, that Knight of Swords totally makes sense. I mean, this is the vibe of this Go the Distance card. And like I said, I get this feeling that you guys are very driven individuals. I think you, yeah, honestly, I think you're very driven. There's nothing here to me that really suggests hesitation, you know? The Knight of Swords can be a bit impulsive. That would be kind of the negative side of his energy, would be a little bit of impulsivity, but I'm really just feeling it as just very driven. You know, I'm just feeling you being like, I got goals, I got places to go, people to see, like I'm gonna get there. But yeah, I feel like you guys are very driven individuals. So this is like somebody who's just very determined, very driven. They're gonna get there no matter what it takes. Very much that, like, again, like the Hercules song. So maybe go listen to that song if you're not familiar with it. Go the Distance from Disney's Hercules. But you've definitely got a soul family vibe going on here. So let's talk about that. So we've got the 10 of Cups. So 10 of Cups and 3 of Cups are my two like soul family cards. So you've got one of those. You got the 10 of Cups. This is emotional fulfillment. This is also family energy. So for some of you guys, I know not everybody on the planet wants to have a family, but for some of you guys, that could be a very important part of your path, because I definitely feel like love is important. I'll pull a love compass oracle in a minute, just see if we can get a love message. But I do feel like a love partnership is going to be important, which is funny because Group 1 and Group 2 had some similarities. Now there's a different similarity that you're sharing with Group 2. So it's just very interesting how that works. But anyway, I feel like for some of you guys, there's a love connection that's very important. It might even be like, again, the feeling I'm feeling is just like togetherness. You know, the 3 of Pentacles is a card of teamwork. It's also a card of, you know, creativity and art as well. And it's also a card of learning, like learning new skills. It could be maybe you're the one teaching people. The feeling I'm getting for you guys is that you're coming together with likely a group of people. I think love has something to do. What's love got to do with it? I don't know why that's what just popped into my head, but it did. Now I want to listen to it. Anyway, for some of you guys, I think it also includes love, but it feels like there's like a friendship group as well. So you might be artists, you might work with a group of friends. And again, like soul family for me, it typically represents, you know, people from all over. You know, you might meet like on the internet, you might meet from other countries or things like that. And then eventually maybe one day you actually get to come together in person. And it feels like you've known each other forever. You know what I mean? Like you've never met in person before, but it just feels natural. Like that's the feeling I'm getting for you guys is I feel like you have, yeah, it's this vibe of like vastly different people, again, soul family coming together. Again, specifically, I'm feeling like a lot of you are going to meet maybe like at a distance, like over the internet. And this also could be talking about a love connection as well. I think for a lot of you, it's going to be both. And it could even almost be your two friend groups like coming together and like accomplishing something huge. Very interesting. Because then we've got the 6 of Cups. I love the 6 of Cups. So this can represent offers and gifts. So this could be like some sort of job offer coming in from somebody. But also, to me, it's past life connections, past life energy. It's nostalgia, and it's people from your actual past as well. But I'm going to take it a little bit more magical because that's more fun. No, but that's also just what I'm feeling, is I'm feeling this feeling of people like all over the world, like serendipitously meeting and coming together and working on some project or multiple projects together. Could very well have to do with something artistic or creative, because again, we have not only the Three of Pentacles, also have the Page of Cups. But like I said, if you're not that type of person, this could just represent doing things differently, putting a new spin on something that already exists. I don't know why I just saw like a bakery in my head. So I don't know if maybe some of you are bakers. Maybe that's just because I've been watching a lot of baking competition shows, but you know, whatever. Because I'm just picturing like voodoo donuts, and you know how like they were like super original when they like first happened, and like their donuts are like really cool, crazy flavors, and like, you know, the little voodoo guy with the pretzel through his heart. Like, you know what I'm talking about? All right. But for some reason that popped into my mind. So I don't know, maybe one of you is a really cool, innovative baker, and you're going to make baking friends, and you guys are going to open an amazing shop that, like, I don't know, just cool things. Anyway, it was really random, but it popped into my head. So yeah, I feel like you guys are very creative, potentially artistic. So of course that could be anything: music, writing, acting, photography, etc., painting, anything. But yeah, I definitely get a creative vibe, potentially artistic vibe, soul family coming together. You're determined AF. Like, you are definitely someone who doesn't want to like stop. Like, you don't want to sleep. You don't want to stop. You just want to go, go, go. You want to work every day. You want to get to your dreams. You want to connect to these people. And this just feels like fate to me. Like, you're meant to be with these people. And again, I think one's a love connection. So let's pull a love compass. Let's see if we can get any info about that. And then we'll pull some other oracles, and we'll, of course, do your handwritten messages at the end of that. Ooh, okay. Group 3. Okay, Group 3. Love message for Group 3. Well, the two cards that just flipped out were third party situation and different paths. So it could be that some of you maybe have that situation going on. That could be part of your journey. It could be something that you need to learn, is learning to let go of the wrong people. And that could also be friends as well. You know, I know some people have difficulties letting go of people. If someone's treating you poorly and they're not making any changes, snip, snip, like, bye, get out. I'm a double Scorpio, so I revel in cutting people out of my life that deserve it. I love doing it. I wish I could give that power to everybody because it's great. But some of you might struggle with that. You might keep certain people in a little too long, so that could be something. It could be love related, but it could, like I said, it could also be work related, friendship related, any type of relationship. So we've got communication, and let's get one more, which communication makes total sense. Because again, I feel like there's going to be a lot of communication. And like I said, this could be pertaining to friendship and love. You could have both of these things happening. So communication, it's making me think, like, again, communication at a distance, like texting, messaging each other. Okay. Be here now. Oh, well, okay, this is totally different. But anyway, all right, let's talk about this. There's a need for clear communication of wants and needs in this relationship or connection. Work on communicating and connecting in different ways that are positive, healthy, and effective. Fully connect with this person and let them know how you feel. So that's great. But the vibe I'm really getting, again, is I'm getting more of a, like, you're communicating at a distance. Like I said, I have this feeling of, like, people around the world, meeting on the internet, different countries, et cetera, et cetera. Like, there's going to be a lot of communication, texting, voice memoing, like, FaceTiming, like, et cetera, before you meet this person in real life. Or like I said, multiple people. Could be talking about friends and could be love as well. Then we've got be here now. To attract more love, abundance, and joy into your life, allow yourself to live more fully in the present moment. Find more time for fun and playfulness, reconnect and rediscover your passions in life, and doing the things you love. So there's a lot to unpack with this one. First of all, yes, you're going to be doing the things you love. Your passion in life is what you are going to be doing. And it's what you're going to be doing with these other people as well. Now, the other thing about this is the be here now. This energy, the go the distance, that Knight of Swords, to me, that's very like go, 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 go. Like, you are kind of maybe possibly letting life pass you by at times. And there's that need to learn to slow down. You don't always have to be go, go, go. Sometimes you can take a breather. Sometimes you can take a day off or a weekend off. You know, sometimes you can sleep in by an hour or two. It's not the end of the world, you know? So there's this need to allow more time and space for fun and playfulness as well, which is interesting because we have this feeling of like love and soul family and friendship being very important. So yes, work hard with them, but also work hard, play hard, you know? Okay, anyway. I don't know what that was. Let's get your other oracle cards, shall we? All right, what does group 3 need to know? Group 3's life path, life purpose. What do we need to know? Okay. We've got conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. This one to me is very like spooky, like in a good way. And he's dressed as the Grim Reaper. So we got the like, oh, wasn't death at the bottom? Yes, it was. Look at that. So death is Scorpio energy. And like I said at the beginning, I was picking up some Scorpio vibes. So some of you might be Scorpio or have Scorpio placements that are important. Anyway, but yeah, we've got that Grim Reaper. We've got the Death card. So that is endings, conclusions. Endings bring new beginnings. That's the thing about the Death card. The Death card does not just signify the ending. It signifies the new beginning. We close a door so a new door can open. We end a chapter so a new chapter can begin. So I feel like for you guys, there's something shifting here for you in the near future. There's something that's ending and you're heading in a new direction. I don't know exactly what it is. And of course, this is a general reading, so it could be many things for many different people. But yeah, there's something shifting here. It feels very, I don't know, it just feels kind of serendipitous, a little magical. I don't know. It feels very positive. So, you know, don't panic. Let's see. Okay. You guys got Bridget, inner peace. Oh. Well, again, because I think a lot of you guys, you think a lot, you move a lot, you're going a lot, you're high energy, you're trying to get things done. I feel like there's this need to kind of balance that. And I also feel like, again, these people are going to bring, that might be what this shift is some of these people, if you don't already know them, or maybe you know some of them, but maybe new ones, maybe new people are on the verge of coming into your life. And maybe that's going to bring you some inner peace and kind of ground you. I'm feeling like you're going to get a little more grounded in the near future. Whoa, okay, destiny. Acknowledge your mission. Align with your purpose. You have gifts to share with the world. I love this card. This is one of my favorite cards. I feel like it very rarely comes out. And that's you. You guys have a destiny. You're aware of your destiny, though. That's the thing. And I think that's kind of the problem is like, you know what your destiny is. So you're constantly like working your butt off to get there. And like, sometimes you need to smell the roses. Like sometimes you need to chill. Sometimes you need to like stop being so hard on yourself. And even if you are chilling, I feel like sometimes when you chill, you are tough on yourself. Oh, I should be doing something else. Like, oh, I shouldn't be sitting around watching TV. Oh, I shouldn't be hanging out with my friend or, you know, whatever it may be. I shouldn't be sleeping in. But yeah, you've got a destiny. You've got gifts to share with the world. Oh, I love that. Yeah, you're going to bring change to the world. I feel like a lot of people in these readings are. We've got Judgment. I love the Judgment card. So you've got Sailor Pluto. You've got Judgment. So again, Scorpio energy. So we've got a lot of that Scorpio energy running through here. So Scorpio energy is change and transformation. And the Judgment card in particular is my favorite of the Scorpio cards because it is the rebirth. Like that's what it is. It's the phoenix rising from the ashes. It's the rebirth, the reawakening, like stepping into your power, feeling like a weight has been lifted off your shoulder. Whoa, we've got conclusions are within reach. You're going to feel, and it's going to bring you inner peace. There's something shifting. There's something going on with you guys where your energy is shifting and you're releasing something, I feel like, from your past. So if you were bullied, if you had a relationship and they cheated on you or something, you know, they abandoned you or something, or you had bad friendships or, you know, bad blood, like just, you know, wounds from the past, inner wounds is what it feels like. Some sort of inner wound. Again, this is a general reading, so it could be many things for many different people. It feels like some narrative that you've been telling yourself for years because of something that happened to you, something you did, something somebody else did to you, something. There's some narrative where you keep telling yourself like, oh, that's going to happen again, or oh, I'm not good enough for this, or oh, that'll never happen. And that might be why you're so go, 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 because you don't really want to like take the time to dive deep. Hi. That's very Scorpio. Yeah, I think you guys are very sensitive. And sometimes I think you don't fully deal with things because you are so sensitive that you're afraid of opening the floodgates. But I feel like you're fully it just feels like you're fully able to let go of something in the near future. Feels like you're going to have that weight lift off your shoulders and you're just going to feel like, here, let me tell you, and then we'll do your handwritten messages. The way that I like to describe the Judgment energy when I do private readings is it's like the Wizard of Oz. So you know how in the Wizard of Oz, if you've seen it, in the beginning, Dorothy's in Kansas, everything's in black and white, she's bored, she's miserable, she's over it, she hates it, then boom, the tornado comes in, and all of a sudden she wakes up in the land of Oz, and everything is beautiful. Oh my God, I can't. Okay, wait, we're gonna get there. Okay, everything is Technicolor and beautiful and gold and green and magical and everything. And then she meets new friends. Are you kidding me? She meets new friends. She goes on adventures with said friends. Okay, anyway. I'm getting too excited. So, yeah, it's like you go to bed one day, living just, normal life. Everything seems just fine. Not necessarily bad. It's just, living life, whatever. And then you wake up one day and it's like all of a sudden you can see clearly again. There's a weight that's been lifted off your shoulder. You're in the magical land of Oz where everything is possible. And now forget about the ending of The Wizard of Oz. That doesn't matter. We're not going to talk about that. But that's what the judgment energy feels like. And it often is kind of like an overnight thing where it's like all of a sudden there's just this big major shift and you feel different. And then things start happening and you feel like you're living in a movie. You feel like you're living in a dream. How is this all happening all of a sudden? Yeah, I think for a lot of you guys, that moment is coming soon. So anyway, let's get your handwritten messages. So for the first two, we are going to do the important lesson you'll learn, and then we'll do what obstacle do you need to overcome. Okay, so what lesson will you learn? An important lesson. Group 3. All right, group 3, important lesson. Okay, so you guys got to make sense. Learning to pace yourself. Life is about the journey, not just the destination. So yeah, you have that very high speed cheetah, Knight of Swords energy of always wanting to go, to get there, to you have that destiny, you want to meet it, So there is that message of slow down sometimes, smell the roses, pace yourself. Life's about the journey. And we've got what obstacles do you need to overcome? Okay. So what obstacle do you need to overcome? Control and perfectionism. Okay, relatable. I feel you. All right, and then let's get to the Stray Kids part, and let's see what lyrics are meant for you, and then what song you should listen to. So let's get your lyrics first for group 3. Didn't feel right, sorry. Okay, that one felt right. Okay. All right, you guys got the same one as group 2. So we've got, I do what I want, whatever I do or don't, I just take a rest. Interesting. We can do whatever we want, do it my way, I win easily and move on to the next round. I'll beat them all, everyone, and get to the top. So the song's easy, so check that one out if you like. We will get a separate song as well. But this is very interesting because it kind of carries that Knight of Swords vibe to it, but I'm also just really drawn to the I just take a rest. I just feel like we got control and perfection. My way. I got to do what I want. Do it my way. I can't rest. I got to do this. Da 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 da. There's just this feeling of needing to take it easy is honestly the vibe I'm getting is sometimes you guys need to take it a little easy, So I think these people, or at least one person, maybe it's the love connection for some of you, also friendships, they might be the person kind of coming in and bringing that energy into your life. So now let's get a song for you guys to listen to, which it could be easy because that's one of the songs, but hopefully we get a different song. All right, group 3, what song should you listen to? Had to fall on the ground, didn't you? Okay. All right, so you guys got Backdoor. Okay, I think group 2 also got back. Yeah, group 2 got Backdoor. And this is the first song I ever listened to, and it's the one that freaking hooked me, like, immediately. So if you're not a fan of Stray Kids, if you've never listened to them before, I implore you, I will link this video in the description. Please go watch it. You will be hooked within like 20 seconds, I promise. So anyways, that's gonna do it for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider subscribing, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. All right, bye guys. All right, you guys, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I did basically everything very different from how I normally do it, so I hope it worked out well. Hope you liked it. Please check out Stray Kids. Like, honestly, they're so good. They're so good. I think they're gonna, like, honestly, like, I'll predict that they're gonna surpass BTS. I think they're gonna, like, blow up in the next year or two. They're so talented. Yeah. Anyway, engaging, blah, blah, blah. They're great. Okay, so check them out. Also, if you made it this far, do me a favor, leave me a little bumblebee emoji in the comments below. I did that once with the cheese emoji, and I just thought it was fun. Like, I had no idea that many people made it to the outro of the video, but to be fair, some people could have just been putting cheese emojis because other people were putting cheese emojis and they just want to be part of the cheese club, but I just said cheese way more times than I thought I was going to say today. But yeah, leave me a little bumblebee emoji in the comments if you made it this far. If you're new, please consider subscribing. If you're a Broomie, thank you for supporting me through all the year or 2 years? 2 years I think I've been on YouTube. Anyway, not important, but thank you. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all your lovely comments. I hope you're doing well, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. All right, bye guys.